Hey everybody! Y'all want to hear a little story? Once upon a time, there was an old biker dude. I'm an old biker dude, man. Oh man, it's nice having heat in the camper in the morning when you wake up. Especially when it's went down to like 28 degrees last night, which is about 2 or 3 degrees below zero for you folks on the Celsius scale. It was chilly. I had to turn my little electric blanket on 2 different times. But anyway, God has chosen to wake me up for another day, and I think I'm going to try to take advantage of it today. All right. See about making some coffee out here. Man, got a little potential problem with my Vevor refrigerator here. It's only maintaining 41 degrees. According to my power station, it is drawing some wattage right now, so the motor should be on, but I noticed the voltage right here is changing from around a lot. It's not staying steady, and my temperature's at 41 degrees, especially with it being so cold last night. This thing should be down at my standard 37 degrees operating. Everything in it feels cold, but I don't know if it feels cold enough. Boy, I sure hope I'm not running into a problem there. But anyway, it is cold outside, so I'm gonna get my hood heated jacket on. That ought to make things a little more comfy. Oh yeah, man. This hood heated jacket's already heating up. Wow, pretty cool. So now I should be able to turn my heater off and save propane. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see how that coffee's doing out here. Yeah, it's getting there. Alright, let's give us a couple pieces of sausage on here. There goes our percolator. I love that sound. Especially love that smell. Percolated coffee, man. You can't beat this. Nothing that comes out of an electric coffee maker can ever taste like that. And a little onion. Well, maybe a lot of onion. Yeah, it's pretty hard to beat potatoes and onions done like this. And there we go. There's breakfast. Over medium eggs, potatoes and onions with sausage. Truth be told, cooking is a little bit of a challenge this morning, as it's still kind of windy here. But I probably just need to set me up some kind of a windscreen here, because this is becoming a little bit of a pain. But we got through breakfast here. Man, that sausage is so good. This can't beat a campsite cooked meal. There's something about the, getting it done. It's like this would be super easy to do in the kitchen at home, and out here it's a little bit of a challenge. But there's sort of a reward that goes with it, and that it's really, really tasty. And there's my big boy plate right there. right there. I mean, why would you throw your bottle down next to this beautiful little river and just leave it for someone else to pick up? Well, I will admit, it is cold out here today. That mountain wind is coming down over that little mountain right there and just rushing right down through this particular site. It's probably, I don't know, in the low 40s right now, but man, it feels a whole lot colder than that. But really like the fact that I'm set up. I can turn my heater on inside the camper tent there, and it gets it up to 72, 74 degrees, quite comfy. But of course I don't have it burning now because I'm trying to conserve propane for the night times for the next couple of nights. But I'm gonna definitely stay here tonight. Can't decide whether to move on tomorrow or not, but this is I don't know, with it being such cold weather, I may just go ahead and stick it out here for another day. I don't know. Well, it was getting so cold outside, I decided to move this operation inside, which I know you're not supposed to do with an outdoor stove only, but I got plenty of ventilation there. Got holes all in this tent everywhere. So we're ventilated good. I decided to make me some coffee, and it is percolating. And that ought to be a nice little afternoon warm-up. You know what's cool? I've been out here all day, and I don't know, it's probably running 2:30, 3 o'clock. I went fishing a little bit. Caught a couple small fish. I didn't get it on film, but I just threw them back. They weren't dinner size. They're just the little stalkers. But yeah, I was just sitting here kind of playing on my phone and goofing off, and got kind of lost in thought about, you know, I waited all my life to be able to be retired and enjoy some of this time here, which I do. I really enjoyed being out like this. It's I've had about 5 people come by. They saw the motorcycle sitting here. One guy, he was like, "Man, you don't pull that big old thing with that motorcycle, do you?" And I was like, "It all folds down into a little trailer." He's like, "You're kidding." No. I showed him a picture on my phone. He was like, "Man, that's cool." He said, "So what, you just kind of travel around doing that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And there's been a couple others that have stopped by. The park ranger stopped by to verify that I had my reservation out there for my site here. This is one of those national forest campgrounds where you pay like $12 a night. And normally I wouldn't usually do that, but it's just such a nice campground. I remember it from when we were younger and used to hang out up here all the time. But in just sitting here this afternoon, I really got to thinking, it's really cool to be able to do this. And I don't just do it for a YouTube channel. I would be doing this whether there was YouTube or not. I mean, through my lifetime, I really did used to, in all those thousands of hours I spent rolling down the road in a truck, just with nothing better to do but time to think, there was one thing that crossed my mind every day, and that was the thought that one day I was going to be old enough to retire and hopefully have health enough to just ride around on my motorcycle and travel all over the country. That's been my dream all my life. I mean, I had no idea I'd be doing it on a YouTube channel. Those kind of thoughts didn't come to mind, and it wouldn't make any difference whether there was YouTube. I don't really do this for YouTube. I just happen to turn my camera on and kind of film the things that I'm doing. I don't plan ahead of time. I actually edit very little footage, really. I'm not, as you can probably well know, the world's best editor, because I'm not. My skills at all that are sorely lacking, and I know that. You know, I don't edit in the music and all the fancy photography. I don't have a drone. Yeah, so what you see here is what you get. You know, it's just an old podunk grandpa, man, riding around on his motorcycle and filming the content, you know, and hopefully it's entertaining to some people. There seems to be a pretty small little base of folks that do like to come back and watch the channel every every episode, and I appreciate y'all. You know, it throws a little ad money on there, probably about enough to pay for my gas. I don't make a big effort to solicit people to donate to my links and all that kind of thing. You know, I appreciate anything somebody does throw at me. Don't think that I don't. And I appreciate my Patreon supporters. And channel, you know, there's also channel membership. I don't know, I got 8 or 10 of them. And, you know, while it really doesn't amount to a whole lot of money per se each month, it's, you know, maybe a couple of $100, it is appreciated because I'm on a shoestring budget. Truth be told, I had a lot of expenses when I had my heart situation, and that pretty much ran me down to where if I wouldn't be able to afford to be out here as much as I am if it wasn't for those people, and I really do appreciate that. All right, let's do a quick little solar check. Day number 2 here. Right now I'm currently floating around 73%. That top left number is the amount of wattage that I'm taking in from the sun. It's 124 watts when I get a direct sunlight. That is amazing for a 100 watt panel. But it's really overcast and cloudy today. That's why it's jumping around so much. There's 92, there's 100, 105. I've never seen a panel that puts out over 100 watts when it's only a 100 watt panel. I don't know if Renogy just stuck a bonus in there for me or what, but I sure do appreciate it. But it's keeping it fairly normal. My refrigerator is at 37 degrees, which is what I always target it to be at. So all is well on the solar power check. Here's another quick shot. 105, 110, 115, 117 watts coming in through my solar panel, which is only a 100 watt solar panel. Man, that is absolutely over the top. Hopefully we'll get this thing back up to 100 before the end of the day, if the sun will just stay out. Otherwise I'll have to tap into my big old Golden Mate 200 battery down there on the bottom and charge it up to 100 before I go to sleep, so I know it'll run my refrigerator all night.